Hey guys, I'm Devin,
And I'm Andy.
and welcome back to
False Pretenses.
We got a banger of an episode for you today. We're going to be talking about a little known fraud by a man of the name Reggie Fowler.
Who the is that?
I'm glad you asked. Reggie Fowler is an American businessman born in February 1959 in Tucson, Arizona. In high school, Reginald was a standout athlete, especially on the gridiron. After high school, he ended up at the University of Wyoming on a football scholarship. After he graduated from Wyoming, he actually ended up in training camp with the Cincinnati Bengals. Unfortunately, he was cut before the season started, but then he joined the United States Football League in the inaugural 1983 version. But after playing sparingly as a backup linebacker for the Arizona Wranglers, realized that maybe his future wasn't in football. So he decided to take classes at Arizona State University, where he went after a business degree.
That's better than a political science degree, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Circling back to Fowler, he worked at Mobil Oil before taking the leap and starting his own business, Spiral Incorporated.
That's actually pretty cool. So he named it after something that he could not throw for a team I've never heard of.
But yeah, he named his company after a perfectly thrown pass. Another football reference. We're not done talking about football. Fowler would begin Spiral Inc. as a company that sold food containers to grocery stores, but quickly expanded the operations to include real estate development and even an aviation simulator business. He experienced market success as Spiral Inc. made its first appearance on the annual Black Enterprise rankings of the top African American owned companies in 1993 and number 98 in the industrial sector. In 1999, he had his company all the way up to number 22, and by 2004, just outside the top 10 in the country, ranked at number 11. He was estimated at this point to have a net worth of $400 million.
That's crazy, dude. I mean, I'm waiting for the but it honestly sounds like this dude's pretty good.
Right. And, just like Madoff had a very successful, legitimate business before the greed kicked in.
And just went something. That's crazy, man.
We keep trying to tell you, greed is not good.
Just a little bit.
In late 2004, rumors began to surface that Fowler was interested in buying the Minnesota Vikings. Fowler was rumored to be part of a buyer group that included Alan Landis, Ziggy Wilf, who is the current owner of the Minnesota Vikings, and David Mandelbaum. Many people were extremely excited and pleased that the NFL was about to have its first black owner. However, some members of the media questioned whether or not Mr. Fowler had the finances available to actually afford the Vikings, as the majority owner had to put up 30% of the purchase from his own holdings. To put in perspective, to start the buying process, he had to put a down payment of $20 million.
Golly.
Which...
That don't even guarantee it. Is it refundable?
No.
Oh my God.
He lost that $20 million
No.
because once he was not vetted financially, he lost out on the purchase and wasn't even a part-time owner.
No.
And then, bro, Ziggy Wilf, his partner, purchased the Vikings himself with his brother as his co-purchaser.
That's a massive villain.
It's enough to send one over the edge.
It would me.
All right? Let's continue. So obviously, the sale of the team to Fowler fell through, but this would not be his final entry into the football world. We're going to fast forward to about 2018, when Fowler made the decision to create a new company and start a new endeavor. Reggie established the Global Trading Solutions LLC and began working with Crypto Capital, which is obviously a crypto company. These crypto companies marketed themselves as providing a seamless way to exchange standard currency for cryptocurrency. However, due to banks being reluctant to handle cryptocurrency transactions, the crypto companies could not access legitimate financial institutions. Instead, the crypto companies lied to banks in order to open accounts that were used to process cryptocurrency transactions without the bank's knowledge. Reggie himself opened dozens of these accounts in the United States and around the world. He did not disclose his company's involvement with the crypto companies or the fact that it was operating as a payment processor for hundreds of millions of dollars in cryptocurrency transactions. Reggie also directed other individuals to include false information on wire transfer instructions to further deceive the banks about the nature of GTS's business. In less than 10 months, he had processed approximately $750 million in cryptocurrency transactions in various currencies. And at no point were Fowler, GTS, or any of the cryptocurrency companies ever licensed as a money transmitting business in the United States as required by federal law.
Yeah, so him losing out in the Vikings really flipped the fuck out of that switch. My God.
Dude decided to go on a revenge tour
On everybody.
He said, fuck you and fuck off.
Damn. That's so much money.
Crazy, right? And this does segue back into football. You ready for this? Fowler invested into the newly begun AAF, or Alliance of American Football. He promised this league and other investors that he had personal ownership of GTS funds. These funds actually belonged to his clients of his illegal money transmission service. Similar to how he did when opening the false bank accounts, Fowler lied to the AAF executives, stating that the funds from his GTS bank accounts were all from real estate investments as well as government contracts. He also told them he had tens of millions of dollars in liquid assets that he could use to invest into the AAF. Fowler also refused to disclose to the AAF that the government had already begun account closures and seizures of his assets in the month leading up to his investment within the AAF. Due to this, he was unable to follow through on his investment, and the AAF was and is no more. They declared for bankruptcy in April of 2019.
I mean, that's pretty screwed up. What a scumbag for that. I will say, however, though, AAF probably would not have survived that long, because I did watch one of their games. Not good.
They were trying to market themselves as that minor league team.
Yeah.
You know, so they knew that they weren't going to have upper echelon tier football.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But I feel like, you know, them or the XFL could have filled that gap, especially in the spring where there's no football.
Yeah. I mean, they could have filled the gap, but Fowler made sure that that was not the case.
Not only that, but he also made sure that the players were evicted from their hotel rooms and had no benefits because there was no money to pay for these.
What a guy.
However, unlike some of the other examples of fraud we've covered, Fowler did see some real repercussions.
Good.
In addition to a prison sentence of over 6 years, he was ordered to pay a forfeiture of $740,249,140.52 and restitution in the amount of $53,189,261.80 to the AAF.
Well, I'm glad that he had to pay that money back. And I'm glad it didn't take as long as we've seen in a lot of our cases.
Right. The government actually was pretty quick on this one. Well done, guys.
Well done. You're
once.
doing it better. I think that's insane. And, you know, this story really speaks home to me because I'm a huge football fan, obviously. And honestly, it's a shame we never knew. XFL's kind of boring. Would AAF be the move? Let us know in the comments what you guys think.
You know, if you've made it to this point, thank you so much for watching our video. It really does make a huge difference to our channel. Please like, please subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one.
Catch you next time, everybody.